Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tally, so welcome. And today, for what is like my third almost video, I'm going to talk about counselling, because that is in fact where I'm walking now. And I'm going to talk about my experiences basically. So the counselling that I go to is humanistic, client-centered counselling. Like, that's the type that it is. There are so many different types and different people prefer different types, you know, over the others. But because I've actually studied counselling as part of my degree, I knew that I wanted to go for humanistic therapy because it's like something that I value and they have quite similar kind of ideas to me, basically. So when I was looking for the counselling to go to, I basically Googled therapists in my area. Yeah, and then it came up with like this database. I'll link it below, I can't remember what it was called. That had loads of different therapists in my area, and they each had like a little profile. It was kind of like a dating website but for therapists, telling you a bit about them, about the style of counselling that they use, and you know, their availability and stuff like that. So I found the therapist that I go to on this website, and I read her profile and kind of agreed with her values and thought that we would get on basically from her profile, because that's so important, like whether you and the therapist actually see eye to eye, because if you don't, then you're not really going to get anything out of it. So I emailed her like, this is my sitch, basically I don't know if this is right for me, and basically she just validated what I was feeling at the time and said, yeah, counselling can be for anyone, even if you're not in crisis, even if you've got like the smallest problem ever, counselling can be right for you. So that was really nice to hear. I go to private counselling because I'm very aware that some people need it a lot more than me, so I don't want to take up NHS waiting places. So I pay £40 for a session, which considering I'm earning, I don't think that's that bad for like my mental health. I think that's worth paying. I appreciate that is quite a lot of money for some people to pay. I've just stopped because I'm like right outside it and I'm like half an hour early. So I haven't experienced any stigma around going to this. I know a lot of people do experience a lot of stigma around their mental health, but I personally haven't, apart from concern. Like whenever I mention, oh, I've got a counselling appointment, people are like, oh, are you okay? And you know, trying to reassure me and stuff, and it's like, no, I'm fine, I just wanted to talk to someone. So that's really nice. And well, I've got to the stage, I've been going for like 3 months now, I think it is, and I've got to the stage where it's like, hang on, I think this is making me worse, maybe I should stop going. But that is like the exact time to not stop going, to continue going. Yeah, and it started making me feel worse. I don't know if that's because I was analysing stuff more and thinking about things more, I was more mindful of my emotions and stuff. But then that's kind of one of my problems, is that I analyse everything. I don't overthink things, but I'm very logical. So when I feel a feeling, I'm like, why am I feeling this feeling? What has caused it? Let's sort it out now. And so I don't really feel it, I just analyse it and feel the analysing part of it rather than the feeling itself, which is part of my issue, I reckon. Yeah, basically I wanted to talk about it because it's so common and so normal. Like, my biggest advice to anyone who's going through any kind of psychological issues, no matter how big or small, even if it's just specific to a specific time, even like you're stressed about exams or something, and you know you'll be okay after the exams are finished, but for now you need that support. It's so worth going to, and you don't need to feel ashamed about it. Definitely go if it's something that you think you'd benefit from, even if you think your problem is tiny and that other people have worse problems than you and they deserve it more or need it more. Take that time for yourself and invest in yourself and your mental health, because that's all you got basically. And even going for that first step of making that inquiry about it, about asking about availability and stuff like that, that is so hard, but definitely worth it. And it made me so nervous, but once I'd done it I felt like I'd overcome something and I'd taken steps to like improve my mental health basically. Comment down below if you have anything else to add to this, if I've missed anything, if you've got your own experiences of counselling or therapy that you want to share. Let's get like a support group going in the comments section, that would be lovely. And of course I'll read all of your comments, and if you want to private message me you can do on Twitter if you want to do that instead. I've just got back from my counselling session. It was a good one. Well, it was one of those Like sometimes I come to sessions and I'll be like, this is what I want to talk about today, and we'll talk about it and like resolve it and then we're all good. Sometimes I'll come into sessions and she'll say, do you mind if we do this today? I think this will be useful. And I'll go, yeah, absolutely. But then this was one of the days where it's like, I don't have anything specific to talk about and you don't have anything specific planned, so you know, it kind of wasn't a very productive session, I feel. Although we did talk about stuff, but then, you know, there's it's in sessions like this when there's kind of like awkward silences, which I hate, like absolutely hate awkward silences. I feel so awkward. But then I guess they're kind of useful in that I need to put myself out of my comfort zone. I need to feel awkward to experience the feeling, basically. So, you know, it wasn't completely useless. So basically my message from this video is it's okay to go to counselling. Even if you don't have a diagnosis, or you're not in crisis, or, you know, you're professional or you're an adult and you should be over all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. That's the stigma talking. No matter what your situation is, no matter who you are, it's okay to go to counselling if you feel like it will benefit you. Even if you only go for a couple sessions, that's still okay. I hope you found this video useful in some way and that you've enjoyed watching it, and I will see you in my next video every other day in April. I really need to come up with like a word for that. The Yoda? Yoda, that works. I'll see you in my next Vioda. Bye.